Troops. We here, got a photographer here.
Back roll.
You are now tuned in. Get ready for some soul grooming. Topics we choose in. Designed to expand the mind frame as time change. Playing for your heart in these courts in a dying game. So we broadcast this podcast to a wide range. To connect to political, spiritual individuals. Consciously correct so the intellect don't cripple you. They know it's a rap when I enter the chat. I as in we, cause I represents us. Those who bear arms drop bombs for the defenseless. Why they on the fences? We out here in the trenches. Passing present messages so they won't Willie Lynch us. Lend me your ear, hear what they fear to discuss. 360 degrees, full circle like a discus. But the opposite of identify, we solidify. The realest guys look through the realest eyes. Maybe you realize 119 MG is where the real reside.
Yo, lend me your ear.
Guess
who's back?
Paul Revere.
How y'all doing?
Hey.
You didn't hear us sing or anything. You know what I'm saying? We got a video now, K-Smooth.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, straight up.
to the point.
I need everybody. That's right now. You on right now. Please share this to your page. Tag somebody who might want to listen to this. I'm gonna introduce y'all on the left of me.
Hey.
To the death of me.
Hey. Hey.
Tell them where you from, son.
Hey, man, this is Dory McAllister representing Timminsville. Always and forever from Timminsville.
That's
Shout
what the
out to
T stands
Timminsville.
for?
Oh, it stands for Timminsville.
All right. All right. And then in front of me on to the left.
Oh, Marion County.
Marion County.
Marion County.
Marion County.
Marion. I'm a swamp fox, but it's Marion County because we us over
Word,
there. We them ones over there.
Okay.
Yours
we the
truly,
ones.
Corey Grant in the building, man. What's happening?
Yo.
What up? Good morning, good evening, good night. Whatever you're listening, appreciate you tuning in.
And in front of me on to the right.
Hey, you know who it is. It's your boy, Mr. 973 to the 843.
There
Your
you go.
boy T. Always in the building. I'm here.
Yo, but this guy on the screen right here now. We go back like 2008. Probably 2008.
Oh, that's real.
I had a club in Chesterfield, South Carolina.
Come on.
I came down there. I didn't know nobody. But they said, yo, you got to get this man called K Smooth. I said, K Smooth. I said, got to be an old school dude. He got to know good music. It's smooth.
Old school DJ.
Yeah, sure. Hey, the only thing he wasn't love or nothing. You know, back then they had everybody love. Yo, this Ronnie Love right there. You know what I'm saying? So I knew he knew music. But over the years, man, great DJ. Now I'm hard on DJs. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely is.
Yeah, and I'm quick to kick him out the club, man. Don't come back. But this one guy came through, man, and man, he just amazed me when he started cutting. You know, I ain't heard nobody cutting in a long time. He started cutting in his I got some feedback. And his selection of music.
Yeah.
But at that time, man, I didn't know the brother was that deep though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So over the years we had a relationship and I always called him and things like that. Now, when I'm thinking things where other people might think I'm a little off, but I call a guy named William and he's like, nah, man, you ain't off. They just don't understand yet. But
that's true.
Hey, man, and a man of a million hustlers, man. If I get I kind of feel like Nori right now introducing him. Like, hey, yo, man, he's a DJ. He's a photographer.
Word.
He's a chef. He's a what do you call you? A baker or a chef? A baker and a chef. Yo, this guy can play you a song. I mean, he can DJ your party, take a picture of you while you at your party, and have a birthday cake.
One stop shop. One stop shop.
Yeah, man. Hey, yo, I seen him. I ain't gonna go. Go ahead, and I want to introduce him, man. His name William P. Man, but go ahead and introduce yourself, brother, and tell him where you from.
Yes, sir. My name is William P. aka DJ Smooth, North and Mr. Brown. I'm out of Chesterfield County. I rep Chesterfield County and County. That's my home, North Carolina.
We getting some feedback.
Hold on one second.
Chesterfield, though.
Chesterfield, man.
Chesterfield County.
I'm Just say long
Yeah.
time ago.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Long time ago.
Yes, sir. So,
Nice looking.
I'm from Chesterfield County. I rep County also. North Carolina, Waynesboro, Niceville. That's my home. I'm a family man first and foremost. For those who don't know, the symbol of God on earth, and the aunt represents family. So that's what I'm all about, man. Family, unity, and of course, securing that bag.
Yeah. Multiple bags. Yeah. But you still getting some feedback. But the reason why I call him, man, because I always want to get him on the podcast, but usually this time he be going live doing his thing. So when I called him yesterday, I was like, yo, can you come on? Well, probably today or yesterday, he was like, yeah, I'm coming.
Word.
But
That's dope.
Appreciate you being here.
yeah,
man.
so
Good looking out.
So I called him today or yesterday, and we started talking about Project 2025.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? And I've had some conversations along the way in these since the BET Awards about it, but I've heard about it a long time ago. So I called him and I said, hey man, what you think about the 2025, right? So and he told me what he thought. Now, what really interests me is it's election year. So I went back to the speech, the ballot or the bullet.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And
always
everything that Malcolm was saying in that show is going on right now.
Seem like
You know what I'm saying?
it's crazy.
So I also said, right, the biggest thing that I compared it to was the distraction. When you're supposed to, like, they want you to just to be on they want you to look a certain way, right? And when they get you to look a certain way, but the double cross is to the left.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to be on the lookout for that.
Yep.
So it was so popular in these last 2 weeks, but this project been in the making for years, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I asked people, I called Dory.
Yep.
Called Dory and asked him about it. But I'm just gonna go around the room. I'm gonna start with Tori and ask you, what do you think about the Project 2025?
So my little research that I got for for Project 2025, what I heard was the things that they're taking away from the people. So the things that I heard they taking away from the people was kind of, some stuff was already gone already anyway. It was Social Security. Anybody, I think was probably under the age of 40s probably wasn't getting Social Security anymore anyway. I think that was what was said anyway. And also it was also taking away I think disability rights or something like that. So I haven't did a deep dive, but the stuff that I heard through talk radio is that's what I'm getting. So really it's gonna hurt a lot of elderly people, and people that's want Social Security or was granted Social Security in type of way or try to survive. So basically you could kind of see it already in effect, as you were saying, is because people are working past their retirement age or they're retired and they have to pick up a job because they're not getting any type of benefit. So all that money is getting snatched away, several type of government fundings. That's what I've learned about the Project 2025. Now it might be deeper and bigger than that. Like I said, I haven't did an actual deep dive as much due to a lot of things going on in my life. So I have to do some more research and hear some more talks about it. But that's what I've gained about Project 2025. And I know it's been a big deal because everybody's been talking about it. Like I said, election year. Even radio stations, nationwide radio stations, people from not even the president's side, like more of the mayor, the council people. You're telling, you hear what council people are fighting to try to stop Project 2025. So it has to be a big deal, and we have to start paying attention to it in some aspects. Now, how real it is, I have no idea. I just have to do a deep dive.
So, Dory, me and you spoke about this. I'm just, where you at with it, man?
So, for me, it's simple, man. It's Project 2025 to me is, and I'm gonna use a word that Corey uses all the time when he's systematic.
Okay.
And it's a systematic, to me, it's a systematic way to minimize the black and brown race. No matter how you mask it, no matter, we're doing this because we're going to make ourselves as a country more appealing, whatever the case may be. It's just a systematic way to minimize us, who we are, what we've done, what we accomplished, the things that we want to do as a group of people, to limit that, resources, access. It's all in a project. It's a project to do that. So simply put, to me.
And Corey, go ahead and tell them when you first heard it, what did you think?
When I first heard of it, probably like most other people, like you said, it's only been catching fire for last couple of weeks. It's been a hot topic of discussion. And that was because a lot of people didn't think that it was possible that this could come to happen. Once Trump lost the election to Biden, no one thought that, and we knew he was going to be facing some criminal charges. They didn't think that he would be able to run again, right? And him being a proponent of, an advocate for Project 25, they didn't think that this would be possible. So that's why you didn't hear much about it. But now that they're seeing what's going on as far as, he can still run. The felon can't vote, but the felon can run. Right. Now you got stuff like that going on right in front of your face. And he is going to run, be very competitive in his running. Yep. And him being an advocate for this, it should scare, to me, some of this stuff in here, like you said, some of it was going to happen anyway. But some of this stuff, the climate control, getting rid of any regulations and deregulating stuff like that, it's July. Bruh, it's hot. Something different is going on out there. So if there's any preventative measure that needs to be done, those with the powers that be need to, in my opinion, have some sort of focus on that. Right. Then you got Medicare, doing something different, like you were saying with that right there.
Yes,
and then we need the military. The military would be able to be put into action by the president against U.S. citizens. And I stuff like that, I don't think that not that it's not already happening or been threatened to be. It's a lot of stuff in there. Those are just some of the things that I've come across, and I'm just like, I don't like all of this. I'm not willing to say everything, but it's too much stuff, and putting this in the hand. The president becomes like super powerful with this right here. Yeah. And it's one thing, like we always say, the executive branch is a lot of times the figurehead. It's just the pony show. But with him having appointed, I think 3 of the last 5 Supreme Court justices in there, and those having conservative views, and now you got these conservative views having the majority of the Supreme Court justice. Now we talking about our laws.
That's what we talked about the other night. Yep.
And that's what scares me.
Yep.
Now we're talking about laws.
Right.
And there's one thing, how we've adapted, our generation, everybody think they doing good. That's why it's not a big thing.
Right.
Because it ain't going to be, that blood we talk about, that revolution, give me liberty, give me death. Yeah. It ain't bad enough for everybody
right.
yet.
It doesn't affect me.
It ain't bad enough yet for everybody.
Yep.
But everything has its tipping point.
Yeah.
And the whether it's an election or new legislation, something that changes the trajectory.
Yep.
And I think this could be it.
Yeah.
William P.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead and state your side of it.
Okay. I hope everybody can hear me. I'm not getting feedback, right?
No, you good.
You still get a little feedback.
Sound good to me, bro.
All right. A couple of points that was made by some of you guys in reference to military mobilization against citizens. The Social Security endangerment of older people not being able to see that. The minimization of darker races aimed at the ground. Now, something you need to understand. Brother Jamil and I were talking about this. And there's a book, guys, if you need it. It's called The Unseen And it's pertaining to what Jamil already said. When the magician is doing his hand, the actual trick going on with
Correct. Correct.
Now, with that being said, if you don't know about Act, which is directly out 9/11, and some of it was already put in place after the Oklahoma City bombing, which was supposedly McVeigh. Now, during that time, military mobilization, the eradication of the rights, and all these things that we talked about were already enacted prior to Project 2025. Now, one thing that they want to do is divert attention from what actually the danger that some of these leaders see in that project. Now, I know some of you have already heard of the Federal Reserve Act. The Federal Reserve Act was enacted after the 1907 bank crisis, which was actually orchestrated by the central banking system, which had this country under its power before it became independent. In 1910, they enacted the Reserve Act, which gave the right to lend money to the United States. So the United States no longer was able to print on money. Now, if you study Project 225, they're trying to repeal the Federal Reserve Act. And by doing they would put power back in citizens' hands. Do you think they actually want that?
No.
They don't want that. Because a country that does not print its own money is under the subjugation of those who do. Now, I'm going to read something to you. And I want to show you guys something. See this?
Yeah.
They own it all, including you.
Including you. Now, on the front of this book it says, I care not what puppet is in place on the throne of England to rule the empire. The man that controls Britain's money supply controls Britain. And I control the money supply. That was said by none other than Nathan Rothschild. I'm pretty sure some of y'all know that name.
Nathan who?
Rothschild.
Yeah.
So when you talk about repealing the Federal Reserve Act in Project 225, they want you to see everything except that. Because if it's repealed, and according to I got right here on my phone, I've been in Project 225, and according to Project 355, it says that the public would be put back in control of money creation. That means the general public have a say so in inflation and how much money is in circulation. The rich do not want that. And as far as the what my brother said, minimizing races. Now think about this. If that's in Project 355, then why is it also put out that they're trying to abolish abortion?
Yeah,
You can't populate the earth if you're saying no more abortion. Abortion hurts darker races more than anybody. We're the ones who get more abortion now. Our population is zero right now.
I disagree with that.
They're minimizing and brown race Project 2025. That contradicts what people are saying about them abolishing abortion in this project also. So like I said, the unseen end is they look over here. In actuality, they're hiding what they have planned for us in this hand. And that's what I get from and I've actually studied and went on the site and looked at what each step they have in Project 225. And to be honest, some of it I'm down for. A lot of it.
Like I said, I don't know about a lot of it, but it's everything in it. It's just like who's going to be in power when it's implemented. And as far as I did disagree with your abortion rate. I don't think that African Americans are contributing towards the majority. I don't have any statistical, but I don't think that strategically, I don't think that them repealing it or repealing Roe v. Wade was for black people's benefit. I don't.
No, I didn't say that. That's not the point. The point is you can't reduce. You can't say on one hand we're hurting the number and brown races, but at the same time they're trying to abolish depopulation and abortion. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's gonna work both ways. But
Exactly.
I think it's more from a strategic standpoint. I think it's more from it's more mixed and different kinds of couples nowadays. There's one race that once it's the black man, the black people, black and brown people, mulatto, octoroon, these are all percentages of another race that is considered, after they have intercourse and reproduce with the black person, right? So we're not going away. We're the dominant as far as when it comes to genetics. That skin, that melanin, that comes from black people. Caucasian people don't have that in their skin.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So who's going to try and preserve their own kind more so?
Correct.
So what he was he saying of our people have the most abortions?
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can agree that we have the most abortions. But you know what really got me about this?
Okay, tell us.
Okay, the last debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your man didn't do too good, right? We've seen a whole lot of flaws, right?
Neither one of them. Both of them got.
We've seen,
but the whole,
yeah. Donald was lying.
Yeah, and when is that ever when does the liar ever win?
Yeah,
like what's going on here?
In 20,
that's what we do.
Yeah, but Joe wasn't that quick. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't sharp, and then they tried to blame it on that he was tired or he just got off the plane or anything. Instead of saying, "Yo, he got me on that one. He didn't get me, but that wasn't my best performance." So I don't know how many days after that. How many days after that was it? That Saturday when the BET Awards came on, or was that Saturday?
They came on Sunday.
That's Sunday.
Now, okay. So now, really, that debate to me was cause for panic in the Democratic Party because we seeing that Joe really can't. Joe is not capable of doing this again. If you forgetting and stuff
Didn't
like
look
that.
like it that night.
Yeah, that night. So that it caused chaotic inside the Democratic Party, right? Now, to me and to Malcolm, said that we always support the Democratic Party, right? Yeah. So now through the Democratic Party, they always put in our face with ball players, entertainers, and things like that, right? To lead us.
Yeah.
So the awards, the BET Awards, the biggest black awards that we know of. So while it goes on, while I got all the kind of black people that's going to be watching. I got the black people that's not going to vote, the black people that's not going to read this, the black people that don't read it, but since they don't read it, they don't know. So now I'm gonna go off I'm gonna make you fear this because you didn't study it, you didn't look it up. So now I'm going off your emotions.
Exactly.
So why not right now get somebody like Taraji to go ahead and say, you need to look at this right now with emotions. And she said that she delivers a speech to the audience, and which was a good speech and could put fear in people. But to me, I was like, yo, that's an actor. Malcolm told us that they're going to put somebody out there to lead you this way, but when the real plot is that way. So now a lot of stuff that I see on Facebook that I see in social media was that you're gonna have to work 40 hours or more, and they're not gonna pay you from overtime. That would scare a lot of people. We just heard Tory come in there today and say, "Yo, I'm getting a lot of good overtime at work, right?" Mm-hmm. So now you're gonna be like, "Yo, I'm gonna have to work more, or I ain't gonna get no overtime." Mm-hmm. Like, and then you gonna hit us with education, like when they said that there was each state was going to run their own educational program, right? So you might learn this in this state, but you can't do that in that state. And then they had the 10 of the most uneducated states or the most poor states in the world, right? Now I can see things like that, like Danny Santos in Florida, and he did that. He was doing that already. Yeah. But what a great time to put it out right now, so we can sway right back to the Democratic vote. Now I don't know. I can't sit here and tell nobody and tell you who to vote for.
We would never do that.
I know what Trump is about, but now I'm learning more and more what the Democratic Party is about.
Didn't Kamala Harris also speak on the BET Awards too? Didn't they do a cutaway to her and she was talking?
She was like on the phone, I think, with Taraji.
Or no, like a video or something. She didn't speak about Project 2025 either, though, did she?
I don't think
she did.
No,
I think she just spoke about
like
the
FaceTimed her.
Yeah, like FaceTime. It was supposed to basically kind of spoke about why we should vote for the Democratic Party or like why we should vote for
That's
them.
their job, y'all.
That's her job. So
I know that. I was trying
That's
to.
like a Super Bowl commercial.
I didn't really watch
the
this.
BET Awards.
My thing is, so what are we? Trump's a liar. Biden's old.
Yeah.
Right.
So what? So what?
I'm getting older,
So do we default to
and right?
Do we default to the liar because the other guys?
I can't.
I would never. A 1,000-year-old Biden
I can't.
is better than Donald Trump.
Yeah. Slow and right.
So I mean,
What they put in play though, right, recently, they saying, okay, so if Biden was to do another
4 years.
No, not 4 years. I was speaking of more of the debate thing, right?
Right.
They said that that'd be detrimental to the Democratic
they always
Party.
said it. They always said it.
Right. So now they have a way to ask Biden to step down, to step back, if they really feel that he's not capable to be the president, and then they will have to push a Democrat to go to take his place, and that next person up will be Kamala, because she's the vice president, or they could bring somebody else in. So they still have a way of swaying to get Biden out the way, but that's all based on him or
the only way they can kick him out there if he take that cognitive test and does real bad.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why they said if he do another debate, that would be detrimental to the Democratic Party because they think that he's going to perform the same way.
And he said that no way in God.
Yep, that he will
step down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he would be a fool to step down.
Yes, at this late in the
if he stepped down now, right? Him and his son got a lot of charges coming. But as long as you're the president, you have what? Immunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and under this new Project 25, you really would have some juice.
So nothing's going to happen to Biden and Hunter. First of all, let's be clear.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen to them. It doesn't matter.
Just like nothing.
If he step down, step up, lay down, sit on the ground, nothing's going to happen to him.
Just like
so you don't think Trump going to try to get something done to them?
But he'll try to do the
same.
He'll try to do the same thing they did to him, but it didn't work on him. Yeah. So it's not going to work on.
Yeah, it works on him.
It's not going to work on them.
And that can be the dog and pony show in front of.
And
when I said,
that's the dog and pony show.
The judicial system is going to be doing and making changes that are going to be altering people's lives.
Correct.
And like I said, like a lot of people, right? Donald Trump been convicted.
Right.
But he hasn't been sentenced.
He will not be sentenced.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing gonna happen to him.
But they say when you sentence, that's when it's all over. And the genius thing about it, I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden. You know what I mean?
I don't like the
thing about it is that the same justice system he is using that I've seen people use before. You go to court, you get found guilty, you appeal it. So that might knock your sentencing back because you're going back to court 2 years. So if you fail in the appeal court, we can go to the Supreme Court, right? And
who is people in the Supreme Court?
They got judges on there.
Come on, man.
On the Supreme Court. So by time he goes and let's say you're sentenced, man, he can already be the president. And what is that? You can't do nothing to him.
Right.
Here's the trick, and here's the musician, and here's the ball in the other hand. We need to make Biden too old to sit for president, because if we make him the president, and 2 years in, he can't do it. Next up is Kamala Harris. This black lady. That's it. That's all in a nutshell. But it's the thing that's colorful. Over here, look over here. We're gonna do this right here. We got to get this guy out of here because this lady is next in line, and that ain't happening.
Yeah. Oh boy,
that ain't happening.
Oh boy,
it's a trick on both sides.
It's a trick on both sides.
Everybody got their hand right here, but if you take that, but then the other hand's right here.
But they're playing with the unknown because of this thing called the vote.
Yeah.
No, they know.
Listen.
I don't know, but who knows the best?
Listen, damn.
But they know.
It's their sister.
Yeah.
They know.
So they will know.
They don't want that black lady
Man,
to be the president.
I know that.
They don't want that black lady to be the president, and they will burn this thing. They will burn that thing down to the ground if that thing happened, because that can't happen. That's the thing that cannot happen. You can print all the books you want to print. You can make all the laws you want to make, but that lady cannot be the president of the United States of America.
Why?
Why? We know why.
We already gave one.
We just did that.
But check this out. It's just the thing that, you know what, like we said in the ballot or the bullet.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And I was saying this today. What we don't know offends us and scares us because we didn't do the research. Now, if you didn't go do the research, the first thing going to come at you, it's not going to be the fact or something you can spit back. It's going to be that emotion of fear. Mm-hmm. So now when I get a lot of people with emotion of fear, it's all chaos. That's like me telling the whole world, I know I'm taking a little further. Mm-hmm. That's like me telling the whole world that tomorrow's the last day.
Yeah.
The asteroid is going to come.
Yeah.
So what is going to
It's
chaos
gonna,
and stuff
and
like
panic.
that. But like William said, there's some things that he agree with, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, about it and not. Now, what came to my, I don't know if y'all know, I flip channels a lot. Mm-hmm. On American History or the History Channel, you don't see nothing but Hitler.
Oh.
Every day the Nazis is on TV.
Really?
Yeah, look, every day they're talking about Hitler or how genius they call Hitler a
leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a leader.
But they didn't do the research on Hitler, right? They're saying he was a genius, but Hitler was really fucked up.
Really?
Yeah.
Duh.
He was on but I'm going into
Okay.
and I'm going to the things that probably gonna make him act that way.
Yeah.
Like they said, he was insecure.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of drugs. And they said he was LGBT. So when he was in that chair, he was never making sound decisions. So you got to be messed up if you want everybody to look like a certain way, a certain race, right?
Yeah. And saying that one is just
really
dominant. This is
one is dominant and better than the other one.
Yeah.
Than that.
But if you look, right?
Right.
They said with the 2025 and 180 days, that's 90 days 2 times. Civil servants, right? The civil servants that served in the Congress now, right? What they said, some between 30 or 40,000. They was going to take them all out of there and replace them with whoever come in. Now, the 2025 is not only for Donald Trump. That's for any Republican Party president that they put in there.
Correct.
They still going to run this play.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to get all them civil servants that Biden passed by, so that Biden passed a law that they'll have a job for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to get all of them out of there, and they're going to bring their people and put them in play.
And you don't think that's suspicious?
Yeah, it is.
Civil servants.
But check this out. If I really was going to do it, why would I tell you?
You don't think that's suspicious? Because they bold. Those people bold. They will look you in your face.
I really do and tell you.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to look you dead between your eyes and tell you.
That's why it's no different than, it's different on the competition. We talking about real life. Yeah. But somebody saying what they're going to do to you and then doing it, it's a little more devastating.
But check this out. You messed me up. But check this out. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, right?
Yeah.
Man, you didn't mess me up.
Now I know what you're saying. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do something entirely different, or I'm not gonna do anything at all.
Yeah.
But sometimes if I tell you I'm gonna punch you in your face, I'm gonna punch you in your face.
But check this out. On the other side, now I'm going on both sides, right?
Right, okay.
Since I don't care who wins.
Yeah, right.
Right.
On the other side, that's a great tact to go ahead and drop that right now.
Yeah.
So we can go take everybody that way.
Yeah.
Strategy.
You know what I'm
strategy.
saying?
It's a strategy.
Yes.
It's a ploy.
Yo,
That's
we
one
know
of
they
the-
don't read.
Well, one of the earlier ones, right? And how long is this? It's 900 pages, right?
980.
Come on with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's 980 pages.
When I was talking to my father, I said, "Well, we got what needs to be done in order for folks to understand that, and for us to be able to converse and debate and talk about it, is we need to establish the bullet points that are going to affect our lives,
Correct.
our day-to-day
Correct.
lives. You know, there's got to be. I don't care if it's 20, 50, or whatever. These are the things that will assist, help, or be detrimental to your lifestyle currently. Because once that's implemented and that's there, you're going to have to deal then. And see, that's when I said it's not bad enough for everybody.
It's not.
So if something does come into play, and it doesn't even have to be Project 2025, it could be anything, any legislation, any type of change where things get bad, economy, housing market, everything, another pandemic, who knows? Things get bad, then it's bad for everybody. That's when it does become pivotal that you didn't use that ballot.
Yeah.
Because now it's going to be about the bullets.
I'm gonna ask you a question. You don't think it's
That's
bad
good.
now?
It's not bad enough.
No, it's not bad
for the
enough.
How
majority.
much? Just hypothetically speaking, tell me, like, in your mind, how much badder does it have to get compared to what it's not?
Let homelessness continue to go up and impact more folks on a day-to-day basis.
It is.
No, that's
What
not
I'm
bad
saying
enough.
is-
Got jump
what
54%.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
But that's what I mean by really
Yeah,
bad. I'm thinking.
okay.
I'm thinking extreme here. It's
Yeah.
gonna be to the point because everybody now, what you may see one or two, but it may become a time, and hopefully not. But everybody gonna be walking around with ARs
Yeah.
and their own artillery
Yeah.
here in South Carolina.
Yeah.
because you can have whatever it
Yeah.
is you want to have now.
Then you know
no
it's bad.
license, no
Yeah.
weapon, no anything like that is necessary anymore. Yeah. It's gonna be martial law.
Yeah. That's what they want.
But that's when it's gonna be bad for people who aren't ready for that
Yeah.
or aren't ready.
End game.
What's that?
What's
He
that,
said
Will?
end game. He said
I said
he grew.
end
Yeah.
game.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's what they want. That's what we're trending to.
But that's what a revolution is, though.
Yeah.
But
that's
you-
what that's what it's gonna take in order for us to get out of the rut that we in now. Because obviously,
Man, we ain't never had no revolution.
no, because it ain't bad enough for
It ain't bad
everybody,
enough.
But
for
you-
that many people
Yeah,
yet.
and we ain't prepared. But check this out. You've seen this before. You've seen it in movies. They told you in movies a long time. You know how they show you on a movie how bad it done got in the in America, and you see the Tesla truck riding in the movie. And I'm not saying exactly the technical truck, but I'm talking about cars and things
Yeah.
like that. And you'll see it goes like it always remind me of like when the Bronx was burning. And you saw all the broken down buildings and like that.
Yeah.
Or Surviving in LA. You remember that movie with Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Smoke coming
Stuff
from
like
everywhere
that.
like that. And yeah,
But you know what?
Scary
I was
time.
gonna say the thing is though, I'm worried about and I'm taking this from K Smooth. We talked about this the other day, and it made sense to me. Whatever happening on the national level is going to happen, but the change come with us. See, it's like, and I think I could have been guilty of it too when I did not know. We skipped the local levels and show all the interest in the national level.
Yeah.
Right?
that's yeah.
But the people that we skip or we don't put in position, like we was talking about today,
Yeah.
that we don't put in position the right people on the local level, and you know they messed up, but in their position. So now you end up sending them to where? Washington.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And make
Yeah.
now and make decisions
Yeah.
on the big level, messed up decisions.
Yep.
But
Because they're out of touch.
yeah,
They're out of touch and they don't care.
No.
And with us not knowing, we vote when it's rock to vote or somebody famous tell us to vote,
Yeah, that's the thing I get about us.
or you're not knowing because you're going for the favorite song instead of the song that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you feel me.
But like we always speak about and what we preach about on here is that nobody does the work that needs to be done. They do the work for frivolous stuff, like anything like that doesn't make sense. And to answer the question, you said that you think is bad. I think it's been bad. You know why I say that?
Yeah.
My saying has always been this: the price of milk always go up, but your pay don't never go up at the same time as that. You never. How many jobs you ever been at? They gave you the like an economy raise. They said, oh, the cost of living raise. I only been at one job that said, hey, we're gonna give everybody a raise because the cost of living has went up, because gasoline goes up, the price of milk goes up, the price of eggs goes up, the rent, the mortgage, the interest rates, everything drop, but your wages don't go up. So if you're still making $60,000-$70,000 from 5 years ago, and now everything is getting inflated, you don't think that's that? You don't think that's bad?
No,
that was the gateway of bad.
I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why it's not bad. To Corey's point, you buy milk right now, right?
I don't drink milk, but yeah, I understand.
And you buy eggs now, right? And you buy rice, right? He's talking about when you can't do those things.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's when it's at your door. See, now it's not at your door.
Yeah.
When it comes to your door, then you look at it different.
Right.
When you go to Columbia and they say, well, there's a lock on the door. Nobody works here anymore. And then you come back this way and then they say the same thing that you heard in Columbia.
Yeah.
Now it's at your door.
Yeah.
Now you're walking down the street with an AK. That's the problem. That's when it's bad, when it's at your door. Nobody cares because it's not at your door. It's not that bad.
Yep.
Because Jamel just said it. The policies that they're making now with money and taxing, they argue about taxes. Joe Biden said if we tax the wealthy 25%, we can clear the deficit. The wealthy is saying if you do that, we're gonna do something else. You can't do that. So they go to the middle class. When they start taxing the middle class and the poor people 25%, it's at your door. That 25% don't affect us as much because my household is not 200,000, 275,000, 500,000, 7 million. It's not at my house.
Right.
When it comes to my house, we'll speak a different tone on this podcast. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
When it comes to our house, we'll speak a different tone.
And the people that we care about.
And the
It's
people,
not just gonna be
it's
yours.
not going to be your house.
Yeah.
It's going to be the people that it affects the most. That can't get no overtime.
Right.
That are calling you and saying, "Hey, I ain't got no job. I need help. It's affecting me now." Then it will affect you.
But I think it still affects you if you care about the people, because when you go to the store and you see that old lady trying to make a decision, I'm buying this or buying that, it's affecting us.
Yeah.
And if you're a person for the people, because that's how I look at it as. Because when I go in the store and if I got extra, and I see somebody say, "Oh, I want to get this, but I can't get that because I can't afford that."
Bring it
because
on.
hey, I take care of that. You know what I mean?
I've done it.
So that's what I'm saying. It is already affecting us. It may not be at our physical doorstep, but it's still at our doorstep because we're seeing it in our community. So if that's not a wake up call, then what is it?
You're right. I seen it.
Yeah.
I seen it, and I felt the effects. But the thing is, to me, is right. Inflation, right? We look past it. A lot of people look past. Inflation don't mean nothing to you if you don't make a certain amount of money.
Correct.
A lot of people overlook it.
Yeah.
Because inflation is high or low, I still had to manage this money that I had because I never got economy raised.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So inflation right now is not enough that they put in front of is not enough for people to see what's real. You know what I'm saying? And when you say unemployment rate and you say 0.3%, that's still not enough for people to see that that's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? If it go up a point, if it go down a point, when the numbers start to get big and really get bad, that's when you start to see.
Yes.
But now we talk about inflation, right?
Yes.
We talking about inflation. Things are high is because, and it's always in my mind, I always think about what you told me about Marion and Sara Lee or Tupperware.
It was Sara Lee.
Sara Lee and Marion. Everybody in Marion could get a job at Sara Lee.
Sara Lee, Legs, or Russell Stover.
Or little Russell Stovers. But now, when they take those three companies out, right? There's no more jobs there.
No more jobs.
But we took that company and we sent it overseas.
Shout out to Bill Clinton.
You know what I'm saying? We send that, and they sent all the jobs overseas. And like you said, shout out to Bill Clinton. I'm not telling you do not like the Democrats or do not like the Republican. Like who you like, what you think they bring to you.
Right.
But look, the same jobs that they did and sent overseas are now coming back in this inflation. Them little towns is all of us on here, us three, besides you and K Smooth too, lives in a small town. It's from a small town.
From small time. Yeah.
That when if Honda pull out of Timminsville,
Dead.
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
If Georgia Pacific pulls out of Darlington, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
They already pulled out of Marion, and it's already wrapped.
It's rough.
You know what I'm saying?
If two more
Hold your
manufacturing
head
jobs
over
pull
there,
out of
y'all.
Florence, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any
and
two.
now, and now when in Darlington, I see a whole bunch of homeless people, right? Now in a smaller town, 20 homeless people is a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I could see 5 people in Marion or Darlington, if I could see 5 people that's homeless, that's a lot because I remember we didn't see none.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. And now I see homeless people, older homeless people, and I see a lot of young homeless people. You know what I'm saying?
It's changing.
It's man, and it's changing every day.
It's shifting.
Every day.
And every day, everybody's one bad financial mistake away from being homeless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some folks-
You know what I'm saying?
An illness.
One tax error from losing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Two things you guys have been talking about over the past 15 minutes. Inflation and jobs. Now, what causes inflation? The Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Who
printing money.
help-
Just printing money.
Seeing the corporations overseas. Now, we can talk about what he did through NAFTA, North American Trade Agreement, but it was pushed by the Federal Reserve. So the Federal Reserve is independent, owned and operated entity. The United States has nothing to do with it. So you can't get inflation under control. You can't get jobs leaving under control if the Federal Reserve is controlling it,
Correct.
and they are independently owned. So this project 225 that we're talking about, they're seeking to control the Federal Reserve back into the hands of the public. But
Basically-
nobody talks about it.
Yeah. Because that's
actually itself.
a great thing. That from what you're saying and from my understanding of it, haven't read in depth or understood that part, but from my understanding and what you're saying, that sounds like a good idea.
Exactly.
And for small businesses, they need something like that, man.
Just printing money. shouldn't
To have a small business right now, you have to be tough, man. You have to cut every corner, budget every dollar
Money management.
because people need higher wages, but you can't take your price up
Correct.
unless you're going to lose them.
Correct. And lose your customers.
They'll bail out banks.
Oh yeah. Proven.
They'll bail out banks.
Proven.
And car dealerships.
Yeah.
I mean, car owners.
But they ain't helping the small business.
Yeah.
I just had to get that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
Which hurts the middle and school.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, man,
We just got to get more informed. We have to be more informed. We have to have more discussions. We got to bring up what we learn about it.
These types.
We got to bring it to the forefront. We got to open other folks' eyes to what it is, because there's got to, if it's 900, I ain't gonna say sit here, whatever, and say all 900 and whatever page of it is garbage or bad, or there's got to be some good in there.
but we got to filter what's
But we
out
got to
of there.
filter, because if there's a way to take, and that's what the people, that's what we can control. We can say that we should be able to say, yeah, that we don't like that part of it, that part of it, that part of it, and that part. That got to go. But this right here, this right here, the people that we elect to put in the office, they should be able to bring that to fruition.
So, answer me this, okay? Now, if we put Trump in the office, we got something to deal with, right?
Of course.
Okay. Now, if we put Biden in the office, we got something to deal with. So we put Trump in the office, we might go back to slavery. If we put Biden in the office, we ain't gonna get out of slavery. Just using those words like that.
Loosely,
you know what I'm saying?
Loosely, but I understand.
Yeah.
In a barbershop sense of what you're saying there, I get you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't speak highly of or feel free and have freedom. You know, this is the land of the free. Supposed to be. So everybody don't feel like that though.
Yeah. And what was so good about it is they put the stuff out, and the things that you have to do less work about, like, is, man, social media made that thing work so good.
Oh man, it's
Because the first thing a lot of our people did was the 40 hours, no overtime.
that's all they talk about.
Yeah.
That's the point.
You know why they talk about it?
Because it's at their door, right?
It's at the door.
Yeah.
It's at the door.
Relate to where they can relate to.
Yeah.
They gonna, you know.
Yeah, that affects me.
Yeah, wait a minute. What you mean no more overtime?
What you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
okay, fine.
haven't seen anything about it. I heard about it,
Man.
but I haven't read it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's if there aren't narratives or talking points that are pushed that may be untrue.
Yeah.
That could be a bot
Yeah.
out there that's posting that.
You could.
At this point in time.
And what we going to do? What they going to do? Go to
We
it.
gonna
Go to that. And
We gonna
then
go.
it gets in the algorithm. Oh, this is what they want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just, to me, that it's like it's the takeover, just like Hitler took over Germany.
Man,
The
listen.
rush, what they call it? I know they call it the Blitzkrieg, and that was when they was taking. But this is the Blitzkrieg. If that happened, even if it wasn't Donald Trump at the helm, it was another Republican.
The agenda is the same.
The playbook is the same.
Yeah, it's the same playbook.
They got the House and the Senate right now, right?
Yeah.
And the crazy part about it is that the reason us as black people should get educated about is because they want to erase our history. That's one, that's one of the pillars in the Project 2025.
That's the most important part to me.
Yeah, they want to eliminate the education system, educational system.
Yeah.
So basically, they want to just eliminate
It's done
all
in
history.
Florida.
Yeah, they don't want no black history
It's
to be
done in
spoken
Florida.
in
Think
school.
about
Nothing, none of that stuff. So that's big.
You're fined and fired.
And listen to this. Like I was saying before, every state has its own agenda when it comes to education.
Mm-hmm.
They said if you teach something that's not on the
Syllabus.
schedule,
Yep,
the
yep.
syllabus,
Yep.
that you could be fined or going to jail.
Fine or fired.
Right?
Jail time.
Now you can't. Now listen what I'm saying, because it's just going back to Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say nothing that's not great about the system. Something might happen to you for that.
Yeah. It's a form
know
of
what I'm saying?
treasonous behavior.
Yeah, you can't say nothing about that. That's the same thing with what Hitler was saying about if you spoke bad about Germany.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, and that's
Yes.
we are, right?
Yes.
But
I got a quick question for you guys, man.
Shoot, go ahead.
2019. You can post on it. You can say what you want. The only difference is between what Hitler did and what was done when pandemic. Excuse me. Pandemic. Is that they just come with military forces and others. They basically do what you say what's crazy is you got people who run out and research Project 225 and then take one damn minute to research what in your head.
yeah,
That makes no sense to me.
yeah,
And it's crazy because we talking about how our history is eradicated in the curriculum. I don't give a damn about that. Right anyway.
But I still want to be able to teach it at some point in time if it's available to be taught.
My
Don't make it-
history. You look right now. There's not a Jewish child that doesn't know their history, and they don't learn it in school. Their family teach the way it's supposed to. They want it to be taught. We got people teaching us our history. Only thing we know is Frederick Douglass, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Booker T. Washington. We don't know about 222. We don't know about not. We don't know. We started in the brain, way over there. And here, we were also here first. Before most slaves that were taken in bondage, they took them when they got here. Columbus said that he was in Africa, made a wrong turn to the people he was so black when he got here. That's in his diary. They don't teach that in school.
Nope.
So I don't care about them our curriculum out because they wouldn't teach right in the first place. And as far as us saying that the Hitler regime or the like coming back, it's already here, man.
Yeah.
It's already here. There's only so much to say, only so much to do. I mean, get once your chip is in it, you really gonna be in trouble. But we weren't about G25. They got our eyes on something else. And I bet not one of us in this one right now can name a president that got your job, that bought your house, that bought your car, that's putting money in you, that's raising your children, that raised you to do the man in the car. Whose president did you?
No, not one of them. And I don't need him to do it. But what I do need my president to do is be presidential.
I don't need one to do it.
I just need him to be presidential.
But
I never had a. I don't think I ever claimed the president.
Me either.
Because the religion that I come from, you can't vote. You can't vote. So I've never voted. I never voted. I've never complained, though.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
just ready to deal.
A lot of presidents kept me in a place a long time, longer than I should have been there.
But as far as what he was saying about teaching our heritage, I don't want the books eliminated. You know, it's one thing to say that if you're gonna do this, but leave the literature for it to be taught the right way. I was one who was taught the wrong way. If those books are destroyed and there's people who can be taught the correct way, I want them to learn it the correct way. I don't want to just say throw it up in the game and bump all of the education because of that anyway.
Are you talking about the school books?
Yes.
Or library books.
Oh, yeah. See, you're talking about the school books.
You can't even have it in library books.
Can't
you know what I always said about integration? We thought we won with that. With integration, and we didn't ask, as far as the educational system and the curriculum, who's the author of the books? Who writing the books?
Yeah,
but so that's that.
I feel you.
That's so. And when another key thing he said, as far as Jewish and Greeks or whatever, he said family. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand what was done to disrupt the families ever since we've been over here. Ain't no families, man. Ain't really no culture or no heritage or nothing that's really ours. That's lineage and tying us all together, other than where you were born from. That's it. That's no one's fault, but that's calling it what it is at the same time too. So when you say they know their history, to teach their young their history, right?
Go ahead.
That they can do that because they know their history. So many of us don't know.
But now
weren't taught.
But now there's information that comes out that's telling you about our history.
Right.
But 75% of our people are already diverted to go this way. It takes work to go ahead and find your history. A lot of times that's why we don't know. Like you said, the work. Now, he said, like the example you use with the Jewish people is that
they don't need the education to teach their stuff.
We don't need that book. What he's saying is forget the book, forget the library book, go buy the right book.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And it starts at home.
And it starts at home.
Because nobody at home don't know is what I'm saying.
I was looking at it.
Take the books out, then they ain't gonna be able to find.
But that's just gonna be. That means there's gonna have to be more work at home. You're not gonna, Mr. Sanders. You can't rely on Mr. You remember that U.S. American history book that Brian knew?
Why would they?
You can't rely on that.
Yeah, because why would that's like helping? Why would you?
Man,
I don't even understand why that.
And you know why? And you know what makes me say this? Because I was talking to my barber just today, and for Black History Month, they wanted his son to do a report on DJ Khaled. You hear what I said?
I hear it.
DJ Khaled. So he said, "No, man, I ain't having that."
And DJ Khaled's not black.
That's what I'm saying. So, but this is the person that's telling you your history.
Exactly.
So I can understand when he said, "Forget your school book. You gonna have to teach it. We have to be like what was Trey Daddy's name?
But it wasn't Lawrence Fishburne.
What's Trey Daddy's name?
What his name was?
What was his name in Boys in the Hood? Furious Styles. Yeah. It's about time that you take them and go on the corner and show them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't really come for this.
Right.
Exactly.
This is what we really come from.
Right.
Everybody ain't kings and queens.
That's what
People talk about how expensive books are, and it's just too expensive. If you think books are expensive, try ignorance.
ignorance is.
Oh, it's gonna cost you everything.
It's gonna cost
especially
more.
down the road. Yeah.
Now my kids, we got an extensive library in my house, and you know, my mom, man, we were poor coming up. We were poor, but the one thing that made me rich was the knowledge itself.
And that's the most, yeah.
There's no excuse to poor this, that, or the education did that to me. As long as you're here, you're free.
Yeah.
And my mom, my dad died when I was in school, man, but my dad taught me the same thing. There's no way you can be on the earth and not be rich because of what they taught me, what they instilled in me. I didn't instill in my brothers, my sisters, and anybody I come in contact with that wants the knowledge. Key word, wants the knowledge.
That's who I call.
Yeah.
We would go up to people, put a flyer in their hand, and the first thing they do is, "What a party at? How much it cost me in?" I'm like, damn, on the flyer, I just put it in.
You don't want to, yeah.
We don't want to read.
Listen, what you saying with the books, and the crazy thing about it is that you don't even really have to pick up a book. How many of us are walking around here carrying a smartphone? But we the dumbest people carrying a smartphone because people don't want to use it. Because you could do a deep. You could do a deep dive with your phone, just researching. It's so much stuff. And if you don't want to read books, you can listen to books now. There's audio books.
Can I cut you?
Yes.
The reason why I say you now remember, you starting from scratch. You got to read, because if you're able to read and comprehend and say it back to somebody, you understand. Now you want to take me to you want me to skip the fundamental and go straight to somebody talking to me, but I couldn't understand what it said in the book.
But sometimes you have to meet people where they at to bring them back to the beginning.
Everybody
that's what you have to do.
can't read.
Everybody can't read.
Yeah.
So if
They
they
can
listen, and
Now,
so
now
that's
check
what
this
you
out.
have to do that.
Yeah, but I'm saying they can learn how to read.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, but if you already know how to read, or so everybody got third or fourth grade, like I do with my son. Learn how to read this first, and spit back to me what I told you. Learn how to express what I told you. Now then you can go start listening to things like that. But the thing is, reading is comprehending.
Yeah, it always. Oh, you talking? You preach to the choir right now, boy. I'm going through it right now in school.
Hey man, I wasn't. Hey yo, I didn't even know how smart I was until I started reading.
So
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. When I started
a good one,
reading,
though. I
because
like
the thing
that.
is,
I
when I
like
started
that.
reading, because
I
I
like
limit myself. I limit myself because of the surroundings that I came from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I was that situation's intelligent, right? But on the grand scale is when I got across from a table with a brother like you, that's well educated. I couldn't talk to you. You know what I mean?
That's what you felt like.
couldn't challenge
but
you.
I made it so you could.
But I'm talking about you met me before that.
Right.
You met me before. You didn't meet me before I did that.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't have said out loud and challenged you out loud because I was limited. I was limiting myself to the situation I was in. So when I got to that situation, when the only thing you have is books. So I started reading books. Man, I started reading love stories first. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Then I started reading gangster books. Then I started reading self-development books. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man, I'm a little bit smarter than I thought I was.
Because
You
a
know
lot
what I'm
of them you
saying?
might read and then you'd be like, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
But if there's a lot of people, if they just picked up a book and just started reading, I swear their confidence on their intelligence will go up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you might not be the standard. Like I wasn't the standard smart, like degrees and all that, but I knew myself and I knew common sense. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
A genius is not always how smart you are.
no, it's not. You know what you just displayed?
I got
Okay,
another one. A genius is what you find that you like, and you show the genius interest in it. So you already know what you like and what you're about. So you're able to spit what you're about or talk back what you're about, the subject that you are. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, when they say genius, they're a genius in not all categories, but they're a genius in that certain subject.
Okay. I'm glad that last part helped me understand.
You're expert in that.
Yeah.
Like I know that. Like I can spit that. We can talk about this all day.
They could be
Everybody
a genius.
at this table is a genius.
Something. You could be a
I don't know
genius
how to
rocket
go-
science, but you ain't got to look at common sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what you just displayed, and it's something I read because like I said, now constantly I always have to read. First, let me ask the question: Do you believe you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset?
Growth.
Fixed
On
mindset-
certain subjects, I'll say
fixed
it's
mindset
fixed.
or a growth mindset.
It depends on what we're talking
Yeah,
about. But
subject matter.
Fixed mindset or growth mindset.
Overall.
Well, I really can't answer this question because I asked you a question last time: Are you the believer or are you the beliefs? You know what I
But
mean?
I answered the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so reason why I say that you I think you have the growth mindset because you displayed
I used
that
to
you-
be fixed.
Yeah, that's what that's what you displayed when you just said everything you just said. Yeah. You said you thought one way. That's a fixed mindset. So when you literally think one way and think, okay, what I learned, this is the only way to do this, is a fixed mindset. Growth mindset is actually when you.
I think it's.
Yeah, because I think that's more tunnel vision.
Yeah.
But it's also considered a fixed mindset because your thing is that you're going with that instead of expounding, making your brain plastic. See,
I like that.
So when you make you're trying to make your mind grow. So when you started reading, that's what happened. You felt that you were smarter because now you made your brain grow because that's what you do when you start having a growth mindset. Yeah. So like I said, when you have a fixed mindset, you doing what everybody else doing and say, this is the way it's supposed to be done. You know what I mean?
And
Then
it goes back to like common
you go
sense.
on social media and get people that agree with you.
Yeah.
You regurgitate the same thing that
Yep.
you were saying before.
But it goes back to something so simple, common sense, right?
Yeah, common sense.
I knew if I wanted to be in a certain kind of world that I was going to have to learn something new. Mm-hmm. And if I couldn't make it on the paved road, that I might have to travel on the dirt road. Mm-hmm. My name is Jamel Lodge. This is Real Talk 360. William P., I love you and all. Hey, yo, you know what? Every time I call this fella, at the end of the thing, he tell me he love me. Y'all don't never tell me y'all love me, man. I was going to say that.
Hey, Will, we can't say that, Will.
They don't love me.
They
Hey,
love
man,
you, man.
I know,
They
man.
love you.
That's why I give them a hard time. They're going to let me slide. Hey, but K Smooth, William P.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I can't wait till you can come in here.
Yeah, everybody read up on that though. Let's keep the conversation going on that.
Exactly.
It's the tip of the iceberg.
Exactly.
We ain't gonna make maybe the whole show about it, but I like to keep the convo going because it's election year, y'all. It's on.
And even my listeners, if you know more.
Say again.
Yeah.
From both sides.
So let's point them out when we see it. Let's have that talk. This the country clubs. That's country clubs. So when you see something that's trying to distract us, let's see if we can put a warning out there. Be careful.
Well, check this out. My name is Jamel Lott. I'm Jackie oldest son. This is 119 Media Group, and today we had K Smooth, and this is Real Talk 360. We had a good time. Thank you, and we out.
Deuces.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.
Back roll.
You are now tuned in. Get ready for some soul grooming. Topics we choose in. Designed to expand the mind frame as time change. Playing for your heart in these courts in a dying game. So we broadcast this podcast to a wide range. To connect to political, spiritual individuals. Consciously correct so the intellect don't cripple you. They know it's a rap when I enter the chat. I as in we, cause I represents us. Those who bear arms drop bombs for the defenseless. Why they on the fences? We out here in the trenches. Passing present messages so they won't Willie lynch us. Lend me your ear, hear what they fear to discuss. 360 degrees, full circle like a discus. But the opposite of identify, we solidify. The realest guys look through the realest eyes. Maybe you realize 119 MG is where the real reside.